We are live. And I'm kind of still getting things together here a little bit. Let's see here. I was just watching episode 8 again. Great episode. I'm going to give it just a second. I think some folks were actually coming in tonight. We'll give it a minute. If you have not watched episode 8, you do not want to be here because we're getting ready to spoil it. I'm getting ready to spoil it. So, let's see here. While we're kind of waiting to see if anybody comes in, I am going to see if I can let a few people know that we're here. We'll go to share. I like to go over and share on Mandy's page just for the heck of it. Most of you all remember Mandy Morielli. We haven't done a Mandy and Me in a while because she's had her plate so full, but I like to mess with her and see Mandy's favorite superhero live stream is now on like Donkey Kong. Let's see if I can just get her to pop in here for a minute. Then we'll go to my page. And then finally, we have the DolfanDale page. Yep. So this is what it looks like when I cut it close. And so now we go over to Google, bring up the WandaVision cast. Let's bring up some episode 8 images. There we go. The greatest fan of all time is here. Great to see you, Mandy. I wondered if I rattled your chain, if you'd show up. Let's see here. So, how many episodes have you watched at this point? None. You watched one episode. Yeah, that's. I don't know. That's quite the hook, but that's a start. I'm kind of stalling a little bit because the other night I did a contest entry for another channel, and we had a couple folks in here that talked about coming back for this live stream, so I wanted to give them a second. I am the greatest fan of DolfanDale, not Wanda and Company. All right. Well, hopefully we can have a conversation soon about what we're going to do to at least make some occasional Mandy and me appearances on this channel. Got to work. I didn't do that today. I should have looked at some movie options. So for those that are hanging in here while I wait to see if someone pops in, there is this. This is the last live stream before the finale. I'll do one for the. I heard Tom and Jerry did crazy good at the box office. You know, I'm going to watch Tom and Jerry, but I can't imagine that you would want to watch it. Yeah, from what I understand, it smashed, but I think that might be because it's the only thing out there. Though that hasn't helped this live stream any. Yeah, I just hang out on this live stream hoping that Mr. Beast will wander in here looking for live streams with nobody to give $10,000 to or something of that nature. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not going until they put some Pfizer or Moderna into this boy. I'm not going anywhere to watch it. Except right here on this couch. That's where I'm going. Yeah. But that'll be one of the nice things about yeah, you are. And I'm glad for you. But they haven't got to this old man yet. You'd think they would. They would soon, hopefully. Yeah, that'd be quite the celebration. Go sit in a theater in a recliner with some big old bucket of buttered popcorn and yeah, no. I talked to somebody the other day about it and was recommended that I try to maybe get a date through Humana. I don't know about that. I do have my preferences on which one I'd kind of like to have based on what I've read, but I'd like to get one. Don't know how quick that's going to happen. And how about what's going on here? My cats are upsetting the natural order of things. This is usually over here. This is usually Aretha. But tonight it's Jake. How you doing, Jake? Jake from State Farm. Needs to give me some of that State Farm money. Because he's been mooching. And wow, I really messed that up. I'm usually a little better at that than that. Yeah, Jake in the house. Yeah, you're the only one here. So it's just you and me talking right now. I was kind of, like I said, when I did the contest the other night, there were a couple other folks that kind of dropped in, and I thought they were going to come back, but they may have forgot because I didn't do a very good job. I'll be honest. I've been slacking in advertising these things. Eventually I gotta get around to actually talking about this episode. So no, I don't expect you to hang out long, but it's good to hear from you. Been that kind of night, huh? Not much going on TV wise. I guess I ought to check out. I think Flash is supposed to restart. That's another one of my superhero shows from the WB. Supposed to restart here shortly. Need to jump back in on that show. I haven't really been keeping up with the others. I need to do some binge watching on all the rest of the titles. Get caught up. Don't know anything about, never even watched the first episode of the old Batwoman before they replaced her with a new Batwoman. Believe it or not. And I'm probably a couple seasons down on Supergirl. At least a season down, if not more, on Black Lightning. Haven't watched Stargirl yet. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Okay. Just go hang out another minute or two. And then I will get started. I guess I'll have to put a disclaimer on the front of this. I don't know. I might be able to edit out the front part later. Don't know. Don't know if I'll bother. Trying to think. There's not a whole lot of superhero movie news to be had. You're getting me some more viewers, huh? Okay. I wonder what is she up to? Amanda is Amanda's a mastermind anyway, and now she's got a little bit of juice in her. Okay, well, Vin, are you ready for this season finale? And is it playing out the way you thought? I'm getting ready to dig into some of the things that I think are going to happen in this finale. I've gotten so much into this show, so much, doing this little live stream on Tuesday night is nothing. I'm spending as much time watching other shows like John Campea, talking about theories and speculation, and they don't know any more than I do. And yeah, just I can't wait either. Yeah. I think there's something. I still think there's a little bit more to Agatha than what we're being shown right now. Yeah. Let's see here. Still waiting for it to turn into an episode of Golden Girls. Wanda is really Blanche. Yeah, I really do think that I really think this is going to end up being very much a prelude to Doctor Strange and the multiverse of madness. So, so we're going to start digging into this. Let's see. Still, they can't have a villain that is less powerful than Wanda and have that feed into Doctor Strange and more. You're right. And what we definitely were shown in this episode was that even though Agatha Harkness is a witch to be reckoned with, yeah, but she's not enough to be the big baddie. Yeah, because she's starting to discover that Wanda is. I think she knew she was dealing with someone significant, but I don't think that she knew that she was dealing with someone the level of Wanda, because especially right there at the very end. And yes, we're getting into spoilers, so if you haven't seen this episode, back out now, because I'm about to spoil some stuff. Yeah, so especially with that statement at the end that Wanda, it was you're the mythical being, you're the Scarlet Witch, and which I'm interested in hearing what the backstory is on who she is supposed to be as the Scarlet Witch, because it seems like there's a mythology that's now going to go along with that character that I don't quite remember, but Mandy doesn't care, that I don't remember being in the comic books. Okay, so let's jump into this thing. We open where we left with the big cliffhanger. The next one should be about Batman. That wow, they're here for DolfanDale. Okay, the Scarlet Witch is a Nexus being, the same in all dimensions. Yeah, so we open. Well, actually, we open back in the what I thought was going to be the days of the Salem witch trials, and we did have a witch being put to the stake, and it was Agatha, but she wasn't being put to stake by a village. It was by her own coven. And so this coven tries to kill her. She's practicing magic beyond her own level, which shows that Agatha is a witch of significant. She's just a witch that's significant, and she's powerful and difficult to deal with. Canada is another dimension. DC and Marvel reverse roles there, right? Oh, wow. Batman is the best because he doesn't have any superpowers, just super rich and powerful. I am pro Full House sister all the way. Okay. And Batman is cool. Is the coolest. But anyway, so we're with Agatha. We've got a significant witch. She wipes out this whole coven, takes the brooch that we've come to know her by, and then we see her back with Wanda. Now, what I want to find out in the finale is, what is this book that we keep looking at? I'm not sure. Vin, if you picked up on something, I don't remember them saying. I remember the book being a significant part of episode 7's like big reveal. But I don't remember them saying what that book was. My guess is that it has something to do with Mephisto, because I think he's going to be the big baddie. But I don't know. I just don't know what that book is right now. What we did learn was that right now the difference between Wanda and Agatha is just plain experience. Agatha's trained in these mystical arts. She recognizes what they are. Whereas Wanda is playing with some big guns that she doesn't understand. Does the Vision ever take his shirt off? Which is the big question that confronts every Marvel fan, right? And I don't remember him taking off his shirt. So I am sorry there. From there, we kind of start delving into Wanda's past, her upbringing in Sokovia. And I kind of thought that this walkthrough was really nice. Because it shows some of the things that we did not see coming up through the movies. Age of Ultron, the scene was just described to us, but here we actually get to see the night when Wanda's home is hit by mortar shells, and I've heard that speculated about, and it could be. I've wondered, because they talked about the Darkhold in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They used the Darkhold in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Kevin Feige has been real. He just hadn't really done much to acknowledge Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at all. So, man, maybe this is another way that he kind of is blowing off Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. by taking something that they've already used and like, well, that didn't even exist. Here we go with the Darkhold in the actual MCU. And so we'll see how things work out with the Darkhold here. He is a handsome man, no doubt. So Wanda and Pedro are hiding under their bed, and it appears now that Wanda, without even realizing it, was using her powers to protect them. She was actually using probability spells. So she always thought that the Stark Industries missile that landed feet away from her just didn't go off. It was a dud, but it appears that maybe she used her probability spell to keep it from going off. And so Iron Man, yeah. So so with that, then we walk from that memory, which again, now, unfortunately, you're not going to like this, but I think Wanda Maximoff probably has absolutely zero love for Tony Stark, giving her the circumstances in which she's grown up. I mean, she had her parents killed in an attack in which they used munitions from Stark Industries. She joined Hydra because of it, and then ended up siding with Captain America in Captain America Civil War. And then when they got caught, Tony Stark threw her into a maximum security prison. So yeah, I don't think I don't think Wanda cares anything about Pepper Potts. I think she. So we keep walking through the tragedies of her past. We see her in the being trained up by Hydra. She encounters the Tesseract and an Infinity Stone, and that kind of boosts her powers. Again, this is kind of circumventing the fact that she's not getting any training as a witch. She's tapping into these Infinity Stone power. Yes, I can handle the side convo, and I'll still get through this narrative. So then we find Wanda and Vision. We keep walking forward through the memories, and we find Wanda and Vision in the Avengers compound. Okay, we'll work that out. And and they're having a moment together. She's gone back to watching some sitcoms. I guess it gives her some comfort. We all do things that give us comfort, and Vision's trying to relate to her through it. And then we get perhaps what is the greatest line of dialogue that will be in any film or TV moment this year, as the Vision is trying to talk to her about the death of her brother, Pietro, and she's just, her soul's just kind of ripped wide open. She's grieving. She doesn't even really want to talk, but she's, but then she and Vision do start talking about it, and talking about this grief, and she keeps talking about going over, kind of talking about being so tired, and then we get the line from the Vision when he says that what is grief but love persevering. And there's this great moment that is so bittersweet, because the next thing we are going to walk into is Wanda going into the sword compound to retrieve Vision after he's been killed by Thanos. And so she goes in there. Some really interesting dialogue. Makes you wonder if this wasn't a show for Wanda. Yeah, I got there. They are with all this side talk about Ant-Man and Thor. Wow. Yeah. Now Thor, I do know, takes his shirt off regularly. But you will want to see him take his shirt off in Endgame. That will do it for you. What is grief, love, something, blah, blah. Wow. All right. And Hulk. Wow. Yeah. Minus the whole missing eye thing. Wow. So then we go in and we see that Wanda goes in to retrieve, and he thinks that she's there. I'm Vin. That's TMI. So no, I don't do horror movies. So Vision stretched out on the table. Now, like I've always been suspicious of, thinking that oh shoot, and I always blank on his name. That's why I always have to pull up the cast list to pull up this Captain Hayward, Director Hayward, and he is he's really, you get the idea, he's trying to reverse engineer the Vision, and so Wanda sees the Vision sprawled out, and I think he was trying to see if she could pull him together and get him going again, but she didn't do that. And so there were a lot of questions that were, she went down, she kind of waved her hand over his forehead, and she couldn't feel his essence or whatever. I don't know exactly how they detect one another. So she decides, she just leaves. And now he had told everyone else that she had stolen his body, but that wasn't true. She just leaves. And so was that actually Vision's body? I don't know. But all right. So then we have Wanda get back in her car. She drives out to this town of Westview. And apparently she and Vision have bought a plot of land, or maybe Vision bought it for her because he had a heart drawn on the deed saying to grow old in the heart. And so she goes out there, and this is where she has her breakdown, and we see her not only how powerful she is in that not only does she create a house and recreate the vision, but she puts this hex sphere on this entire town. And it's essentially it's and this is what draws Agatha. She says, man, you've got so many spell upon spell upon spell. You've got spells working on autopilot. This shows the real power of Wanda. And but we still have some questions. You know, she is still in touch with the Infinity Stones. And so has she actually somehow tapped into the essence of the Vision through one of the Infinity Stones. We know they can do multiple things, or, you know, exactly what's going on here. And then we get, then we come back to the reality of everything, and we get the big reveal with Agatha out in the street with both of her children, both of her sons, twin sons. Basically, she's got them strung up, and that's how she's keeping Wanda at bay. And so I guess that'll be the first conflict we have to figure out is Agatha versus Wanda, especially with her potentially strangling her boys. Then we have, from the other big reveal, Hayward reveals that we have the White Vision. He has put together a synthesoid and used the residual magic or energy off of the drone that Wanda threw back at his feet, and has reanimated the Vision that way. But is this going to be a Vision with any kind of consciousness that's similar to the old Vision? Let me get to Vin's comment here. If his body is still in Sword, then the Vision in her village is just a manifestation. That's why he cannot leave the village. And that's, I'm starting to lean that way too. But, you know, it's kind of like with human beings, we don't see each other as we kind of see a distinction between our soul and our body. So I'm thinking this being science fiction. Yeah, I'm thinking this is how maybe Vision survives. That they will somehow merge the consciousness of the Vision that she's created. And maybe it is his essence. Maybe it was his essence through the Time Stone, but then putting it together into this White Vision that Hayward has put together. So that's kind of my theory, though I do know there are a lot of people that think that this is going to be a tragic story where the boys die and Vision dies and Wanda goes mad, and that's what's going to lead us into the multiverse of madness. I don't know exactly will she go mad or not? Possible. But will the boys survive? Will the Vision survive? I think that's no. I though I will say this. Um, Vision is or Agatha or the Catherine Hahn. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember her real name. What an actress! She has really been brilliant in this series. Wow, I'm just not sure I can even keep up with you folks. There's some wow. Yeah. So at this point, we're now waiting to see if I guess the big conflicts will be, I guess we'll see Vision, maybe Vision versus Vision. It was kind of funny. Paul Bettany has been teasing a cameo with an actor that he's always wanted to work with, and he's finally getting the chance. And so everybody's looking for a big cameo. But now that with the reveal of the White Vision, people wonder if Bettany wasn't trolling everyone, and the big actor that he's wanting to work with is himself. And yes, you did. Yes, you did. So that'll be interesting to see if there is an actual cameo to be had, or if Bethany was just fooling around. And I guess I need to. Is it Paul Bettany or Paul Bethany? I guess it's Bettany. Guess I should learn that at some point. It's Bethany, it looks like. So that there. I've worked my way through the narrative. And now you all get quiet. But I think that the twins will also be part of the big battle that will remain unresolved at the end of the show. Yeah, that's I think so. I have to think that they've brought the kids along too far to just get rid of them. I sometimes wonder if they won't survive in some way. But of course, this is Marvel. They could not survive this and then get brought back later down the road. But they've already are showing their powers as, they're part of they would eventually in the comics become part of the Young Avengers as Wiccan, and what was the other Wiccan, and I can't remember the other superhero name, but yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That we do know. But yeah, so I think that those two characters are, I don't know, but will Wanda think they're dead, and they won't be? Maybe they'll be a misdirect. We don't know what's going to throw her over the edge. Can they have babies? That's the big question. Well, normally you would think with a synthesoid, no. but we are talking about the a witch and a nexus being. So I don't know. Please let people know that Academy Arts does not agree with anything Mandy is writing under our name in this conversation. The views expressed here are not the views of Academy Arts. Wow. Wow, this has definitely been a live stream. So what were you all doing before the live stream? Before Mandy grabbed you and made you come into this live stream? Probably something productive. Doesn't sound like Amanda was doing much. Probably posting more pictures of the puppies. Was finishing. Starting and finishing? Wow. I don't know anything about alcohol washing it down with Fireball. I'm assuming that's another drink. I wonder if I should Google Fireball. Oh, wow. Me and Brandy for real, homie, want to do a review of Steel Magnolia. Yeah, yeah. Don't they already have the Human Torch? You do not want Iron Man versus Wolverine shirtless. Unless you want to see Robert Downey Jr.'s guts. I'm talking his insides spilled out all over the place. He doesn't want to get anywhere near Wolverine. Okay. I think it's been about an hour. I think I'm going to wrap this up before anything scandalous happens. Who would seriously win the fight? Brandy, between Iron Man and Wolverine. That would be kind of difficult. I mean, Iron Man has the ability to fly, so Wolverine trying to reach him could be a problem. In a close quarters, Wolverine's adamantium. I'm sorry, I can't even say that word. Adamantium. Is that how you say it? Adamantium would cut right through his armor. Yeah, if Wolverine could get a hold of Iron Man, his claws would cut right through Iron Man's armor. The problem would be getting hold of Iron Man, and Iron Man wouldn't necessarily have to get too close to hit him with his repulsor beams, but then again, Wolverine has got that healing factor, so I don't know. It might be kind of a standoff. Wolverine has beautiful nails. Yeah. Okay. So, how dare I wrap you up? How about I do it now? If I leave this up, what are people going to think? Is this has been this has been my best live yet? Yes. Merry Christmas to all. All right. So it's been fun. It's been about an hour. We got through the episode, that's for sure. Definitely not what I expected, but fun anyway. Thank you. Who? I don't know. I think I've done a pretty good job of picking my friends. I think I've, yeah. I wouldn't trade you folks. Thank you. Yes. All right. Well, I think I'm going to do not be listening to your mother. I mean, she was the one that told you I had a fake eyeball, right? Wow. We'll have to get Value Vinyl Steve back on here and to satisfy that request. I'm not doing it. Not happening. Nobody wants that. Okay, you guys are out of control. And I don't even Uncle Jesse. Okay. So we're gonna wrap this. We are gonna wrap this up now. Thank you Brandy and Mandy and Vin for coming in and having fun with me. And I'm leaving. It's going to wrap this up. So, yeah. Thanks again, guys. Mandy, just take a deep breath. You probably will be asleep before you know it. Now, if you want to, we need to do the Dollar Tree live feed, live stream. Get that together. Okay. Next episode should be great. Yes, I may have to wake up in the middle of the night to watch that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, and there'll probably be a live stream next week to talk about the finale. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Mandy, Dollar Tree live stream. We need to do it. I'll see y'all soon. Good night for now.